Hey there, Divi lovers! In this quick video, I wanted to share a fun scrolling effect you can use in your Divi projects. We'll create a layered layout of cards that stack on top of each other as you scroll. It looks great and it's super simple to set up. Hi, my name is Anya and my goal here is to help you build beautiful websites. Last week I shared a fun page layout with a scrolling stacked cards effect, and now I'd like to show you exactly how it works step by step. Let's look at the demo page first. So here you see my cards. Each card is a row. So as I scroll up, the cards stop at the top of the page, and then the next card is placed on top of the previous one. And when the last card scrolls into view, it takes everything upwards, and then the effect also works in reverse. So it's very nice. You can use it in many different ways, I'm sure. And if you'd rather skip straight to the finished layout, you can download this along with many other Divi freebies from our Divi Lover freebie library. Okay, so let's get to work. I have a sample website ready with that row included in here. There's no special effects added to it just yet. And just to kind of explain what I did here, design-wise, although you can style your row as you wish, but I've added that blue background in the row settings. My row has a border. There is no padding in the row because the padding comes from the text modules that I have inside. So this first text module has a slightly different background color with some padding and also bottom border. And here the second text module also uses padding. So this is what I have like design-wise, but it's just a standard row. It scrolls away with as you scroll the page. So now the main thing to enable that scroll effect, we go to the row settings, advanced, scroll effects, and then stick to top. The most important thing to remember when setting this effect up is to disable that setting to offset from surrounding sticky elements right here. So no, we do not want to offset because we will be placing each row on top of the previous one. So if we were to offset them, they would stop underneath each other. So we don't want that to be enabled. And we will also set a sticky top offset, let's say to something like 100 pixels. It could be a smaller value, whatever fits your content will work here, but we have to remember this because we're going to use a different value for the next row. So right now, if I save the page, let's just test. Yes, it does. Stays in as we scroll, is getting stick to the top of the page. So what I would also like to do here that didn't add in my design styling is to add some spacing underneath my row. So back here in the design sizing, spacing, bottom margin, let's give it a lot of room, 100 pixels. It could be even more. That will be the space between this card and the next one. Okay, so I think that's a good start. Now I'm going to duplicate my row. This is going to be card number 2, just so that we see this better. I'm going to change the background color to something different. And now in the row settings, advanced tab, what I also want to change is the top offset. Since I'll be placing them on top of each other, but the top part of the card should remain visible, I want to add a bit more offset for that second, third, and so on. All the following cards will have the higher value of that sticky top offset. We can try changing it by 10 pixels, so 110 for the second row, and then duplicating it again, the third row. Let's change the background and change the offset in the scroll effect, sticky top offset, 120. Okay, and now you can add as many rows as you need, obviously, but let's just save that. Okay, let me show you how it would look if we end right here. So if I exit the builder, here are my cards, 1, 2, 3, and then they stay in place. I don't have enough content to scroll further up, but it would just get hidden by the next section, and we want the last row to move upwards when the section ends. So we could technically try doing that in the Advanced tab, Scroll Effects, check the bottom sticky limit and change it to section. Let's see how this will look. Let's refresh the page. Okay, so first, second, and third card is using that effect, is stopping where we need to, and then when the last card, the bottom of the section is reached, we are basically moving the cards upwards. But I don't like how we don't have any spacing here. What I did with my layout, and what you may find helpful in this scenario, where that last section shouldn't even need to be fixed. Let me show you. So instead of changing that offset bottom limit in the scroll effects, no bottom limit. So we're leaving our the first 3 rows as they were. I will remove the spacing from this section, design spacing. I don't want any bottom spacing, because I will add a new section. Okay. And I will also, I've added 3 new sections. It's okay. I will also want to use the same background color. Let me just quickly copy it from here. Okay, so in my section below the stacked cards, I'm changing my background so that we see it as it would be one section. And then I'm also duplicating one of the rows. This is card number 3. Let me copy this row. I'm just using my keyboard with Command C and here Command V. Let's change the background so that we know this one is a different one. And then this row doesn't need to scroll at all. Like, it doesn't need to be sticky. So sticky position, do not stick. One last thing, we should remove the spacing from the section here. So design spacing, top margin, top space 0. Okay, so they will be spaced out based off that bottom margin on that last row in my first section, and then this will move everything upwards. So going from the top, we have 1, 2, 3, and it should be 4, and then this is not right. So the reason for that is the Z index. So we want to make sure that that section with my final card is using higher Z index value than the previous one. Actually, any Z index value will reset the position correctly. So just Z index set to 1. And we may want to do that on every section that's following our stacked cards. So here we want to change the position Z index to 1 as well, and do that for each section that comes after, I guess. Let's save that, and let's see how that looks now. Let's refresh the page. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th card doesn't stick to the top. It goes straight to the top of the page as it normally would, taking the previous cards with it, I guess. Okay, so that's it. I hope this gave you some fresh ideas for using Divi's scrolling effects in creative ways. And if you'd like more tutorials like this one, don't forget to subscribe and check other free resources from Divi Lover. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.